Welcome to Roots Dental Academy. Today we are here with another informative lecture on Kennedy's classification. As we know, several methods of classification of partially edentulous arches have been proposed and are in use today. But Kennedy's classification is probably the most widely accepted classification and is frequently asked in pre-PG examinations, especially in picture-based questions. So here I am today with Kennedy's classification and the Applegate's modification for classifying partially edentulous arches. Let's begin with it. Kennedy's classification was originally proposed by Dr. Edward Kennedy in 1925. The main basis for this classification is the consideration of the posterior edentulous spaces. He divided all edentulous spaces into four main types. Edentulous spaces other than main classification were designated as modification spaces. So this is class 1. As we can see, it is a bilateral edentulous area located posterior to the remaining natural teeth. In class 1, we have bilateral edentulous areas. Class 2, a unilateral edentulous area located posterior to the remaining natural teeth. So we can see that in class 1, we had bilateral edentulous area and class 2, unilateral edentulous area. So the classification is contrary to what the number says. Class 1, bilateral edentulous areas, and class 2, a unilateral edentulous area. Class 3, a unilateral edentulous area bounded anteriorly and posteriorly by remaining teeth. So in class 3, we have teeth present anteriorly and posteriorly to the edentulous area. Class 4, class 4 is the single bilateral edentulous area crossing the midline located anterior to the remaining natural teeth. So as we can see that this edentulous span, it crosses the midline. It is bilateral edentulous area, but we have teeth present posterior to the edentulous area, anterior edentulous area, which is bilateral and crossing the midline. Here are the Applegate's rules for applying the Kennedy's classification. Classification 1, classification should follow rather than precede any extraction. Means after the extraction of the teeth, only the classification should be taken into consideration. Second is, if the third molar is missing and we do not want to replace it, then it's not considered in the classification. Third one, if the third molar is present and it is used to be an abutment, then it's considered in the classification. It means if third molar has a use in deciding the designing the RPD, means it has to be considered as an abutment, then only it will be considered in the classification. Class this rule 4, we have a, if second molar is missing and it's not to be replaced, then it's not considered. Class 5, the most posterior edentulous area always determine the classification. Whatever, how many modification spaces may be present, the last edentulous span will determine what class it belongs to. Rule number 6, edentulous areas other than those determining the classification are referred to as modifications and are designated by their number. Rule number 7, the extent of the modification is not considered, only the number of additional edentulous spaces. Only the number of extra modifications that are coming, only we designate them by numbers, that how many modification spaces are present. There can be no modifications areas in the class 4 arches. This is the rule number 8. So let's see some examples. Example number 1, as we can see that the most posterior area, in the most posterior area, we see a bilateral edentulous span. So it belongs to class 1. Then other than that, we see that there are two spaces, one over here, one over here. So the number of the spaces will decide how many modification spaces are present. So this will belong to class 1 mod 2. We'll come to the next example. In this, as we can see, this is a single unilateral edentulous area which is present, and it's the most posterior one also, so it will determine the classification. It will be class 2, and because only a single edentulous space is present other than the edentulous space, that is determine the classification. So this will be class 2 mod 1. Then the next one, we can see this is the posterior most. As we can see, that there is a tooth present anterior and posterior to the edentulous span, and we have already read that class 3 is the edentulous is the classification in which we have tooth anterior and posterior to the edentulous span. So it belongs to class 3 and one space is present, so modification 1. Over here, we might get confused. We may name it as class 4 or something else, but this won't go in this. As we know, the rule is always the posterior most area determine the classification. So we'll see that this area, this is the posterior most, and what the posterior, according to this, it says that because the anterior and the posterior tooth next to the edentulous span is present, so this is class 3, and because this is one space as a whole, whether it's bilateral or unilateral, whatever it is, it will be coming under single modification, that is mod 1. So here are the examples. I hope you all understood this. Thank you all for watching this, and if you want us to make ppts on this videos on other topics too, do drop in the comment section. Do not forget to like and subscribe us. Thank you.